Hello, I am Sam from Cultaholic.com, and because Jack is at the zoo with a massive stiffy because of buses and everything, and because Adam Pacitti doesn't watch New Japan, I am here with a rundown of the full card for Wrestle Kingdom 13, which has just been unveiled. So it's a pretty stacked card from top to bottom, and to kick things off this year, we are having a gauntlet match for the #1 contendership position for the never Openweight 6-man tag team titles. A lot of words there. That's right, apparently no New Japan Rumble this year, which is really sad for me. I know a lot of people zoned out or didn't really care, but I loved it. I really liked the New Japan Rumble. And the Rumbles also used to feature surprise returns, which was always nice. So like Scott Norton recently, the Great Kabuki, Haku. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss it. We then kick off the show proper, and New Japan traditionally like a big fast-paced opener to kick off the show and really set the mark for the rest of the night. And this is no different. We have a very big fast-paced opener, except this time it's on speed. It's Will Ospreay versus Kota Ibushi for the never Openweight Championship. For anyone not in the loop, the Never belt is not restricted to a weight class like the rest of New Japan's belts are, and it can be held and challenged for by anybody of any size up and down the card. Notable Never Openweight title holders include my boy Tomohiro Ishii and Haruki Goto, both at 4 reigns apiece, Shibata, who's a 3-time holder of the title, Togi Makabe, Tetsuya Naito, and Minoru Suzuki. So basically just a big bunch of scary bastards. If Will is indeed looking to jump up from junior to heavyweight in terms of weight class, then the Never Openweight belt is a really good way to do this, as it's going to allow him to have matches with all sorts of different people. It's a really good way to throw him up against guys who are a lot bigger, and it's going to allow him to showcase what he can really do when he mixes up his styles. That is, of course, if he can prize that belt from the cold hands of Kota Ibushi. This one, I've got a feeling, is going to be quick, brutal, and it's going to defy physics, and I guarantee you right now, I predict it right now, somebody is going to go off that scaffolding. Second match of the night is Kanemaru and Desperado versus Roppongi 3K versus BUSHI and Takagi for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles. So this match is just a rerun of the finals of the Super Junior Tag League from Power Struggle, in which Roppongi 3K defeated both of these teams, picking up the win over Desperado of Suzuki-gun. After that match, Roppongi got on the mic, challenged for the titles at Wrestle Kingdom, and here we are. So the rules for this one are a bit fun if it's running the same as it did last time at the Super Junior Tag League final, and that is that there are 3 teams, but only 2 men can be legal at any given time, and you can tag yourself in by tagging anybody in the ring. So this means there's always a 3rd team trying to get in, or there's some clever weaseling around trying to get sneaky tags to get your team in for better opportunities. The next match on the card is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tomohiro Ishii for Rev Pro's British Heavyweight Championship. To chart this feud, we have to go all the way back to April to Rev Pro's Live in New Orleans event, where Ishii defeated Zack for the belt. Ishii would then hold the belt for a bit before dropping it to Minoru Suzuki at New Japan's Strong Style Evolved UK show in Manchester. He would then win the belt back from Suzuki at Global Wars UK and was able to defend it against Suzuki at Power Struggle and David Starr at Rev Pro Uprising. Following the defense against Starr though, Zack Sabre Jr. and Suzuki-gun came out and beat down Ishii, laying out a challenge for the title. Personally, I want Ishii to retain because he's my boy, but you know, if you want to have him drop it and then make him world champion for a while, then that's absolutely fine by me. 1 for 1. Tough and hard. Next up, we have Guerrillas of Destiny versus the Young Bucks versus Evil and SANADA for the IWGP Tag titles. This one was born of Evil and SANADA winning this year's World Tag League. The pair openly challenged GOD for the belts after winning, but were then cut off by the Bucks, who reminded everybody that they hadn't actually invoked their rematch clause after dropping the titles. Evil then just kinda shrugged and went, "We'll take on both of you." This one is sure to be high-paced and aggressive, especially with the residual fire after the civil war between the Bucks and GOD. Nobody should sleep on Evil and SANADA either, because they're both capable of putting on incredible matches, and SANADA is the guy in this match that I've got pinned to do something mental. The next match on the card is Cody versus Juice Robinson for the IWGP United States Championship. This one is just another straight-up rematch. Cody won the belt from Juice at Fighting Spirit Unleashed in September, and now this is Juice's chance to take it back. Cody is of course capable of putting on amazing matches, but I just feel that with Juice being this, you know, lovely, chipper, fan favourite type, that this could lead to a a very nice feel-good moment. There's also the question as to whether or not Cody is going to be around next year, because you've got everything floating around about this mysterious all-elite wrestling, and if he's involved with that at some level, especially if he's involved with the running of it day to day, then is he going to have time to be appearing in New Japan as much? Wouldn't it make sense to put the belt on somebody who's going to be there a lot? But at the same time, there is no news about that yet, so we don't actually know if it's even going to be a thing, let alone whether it's going to impact the working relationship between certain wrestlers and New Japan. But either way, I think this has the potential to be one of the standout matches of the night. Next up, we have Kushida versus Taiji Ishimori, the Bone Soldier, for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. At one of the Road to Power Struggle events in October, Ishimori pinned Kushida in a Super Junior Tag League tournament match, which obviously led to speculation that Ishimori would be next in line for Kushida's title. This was solidified just a few days later at Power Struggle, when Kushida and Great Bash Heel were set to take on G.O.D. and Robbie Eagles in a 6-man tag, and Ishimori was at ringside cheering on his Bullet Club friends, being there because he's injured, but he wants to be part of it. Except he wasn't actually injured. He rushed into the ring, hit Kushida with his crutch, cost Kushida the match, and then held up the Junior Heavyweight Championship belt. This is certainly another match of interest, as Kushida's name has bubbled back to the surface of the rumour mill in recent weeks, with claims that Triple H is really keen to have him come to WWE, and with many speculating that Kushida might just be ready to make the jump when his contract expires in January. Could this be the last time we see Kushida in the Dome? Could they swerve us all and have him drop the belt only to re-sign? Either way, Ishimori is certainly making waves since his debut, and I think a strong run with the Junior Heavyweight title for him is an absolute no-brainer. Next up, we have Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. So at New Year's Dash on the 5th of January, Kenny Omega invited Jay White to become a member of Bullet Club. Jay White refused and walked off, and he would come out later backstage as a member of Chaos, but not so much cheery, lovely babyface Yoshihashi Chaos, more old school, I'm really gonna mess you up, I'm a bit mental Chaos. He immediately stated his intentions to take the title from Okada, and that he was not going to be one of those members of Chaos that just falls into the background. He continued to drive his teammates to rise up against Okada with little success before defeating Okada on the first night of the G1 Climax by cheating, hitting the ref, using a chair, and nailing Okada with a low blow. Then at Destruction in Kobe in September, Okada challenged Tanahashi for the certificate inside the briefcase for the Tokyo Dome, and he came up short. After this match, however, Jay White would run in and attack both Tanahashi and Okada. Jado and Gedo would follow suit, and all three would join Bullet Club. White then openly challenged Okada to a match following a tag team bout at Power Struggle. I always hoped that when this match was going to come around, it would have been for complete control of Chaos, but with the Elite stepping away from Bullet Club and Bullet Club needing a new leader, I think Jay White is the perfect little snivelling, annoying bastard to run that, and he's got the wherewithal to back it up as well. There's no point in talking about it. We all know that Okada is capable of next level work, and I'm just really excited to see Jay White getting this chance to shine on such a main stage. I guess in this one we're going to see some more traditional Bullet Club tactics being overcame by Okada, but the question here is really, what happens if Okada loses? Where does he go? What is he going to do? Because there's not really any clear path for him just yet. Next up, we have our semi-main, which is Tetsuya Naito versus Chris Jericho for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. So this one's been some time in the making, as Jericho pissed off as he promised he would once he won the belt. On January 5th, after the main event of New Year's Dash, Jericho attacked Naito, and then in April at Wrestling Hinokuni, Naito won the IWGP Intercontinental title from Minoru Suzuki. Then on the second night of Wrestling Dontaku in May, Jericho once again returned to attack Naito. This then set up a match at Dominion in June, in which Jericho would defeat Naito to become the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Jericho would then defend the title against Evil at Power Struggle, and he'd continue to beat him down after the bell, and everybody was going, no, what's gonna happen? And out comes Naito, makes the save, and then challenged Jericho for a match at the Dome. Jericho was having none of it. He did not want to have this match, but New Japan have scheduled it, so that's it. It's happening. Jericho has never once failed to impress on his New Japan outings. He really hasn't missed a beat, and the prior match between the two was fantastic, although it did start off with Jericho underhandedly attacking Naito before the match. It'd be good to see a completely clean bout between the two, but I've got a feeling this one's gonna get a little bit wild. And now it's time for the main event of the evening, which is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. There's a lot of bump behind this one, so strap yourselves in. On August 12th, Tanahashi defeated Kota Ibushi in the finals of the G1 Climax, and this gave him the IWGP Heavyweight Heavyweight Championship Challenge Rights Certificate, which secures its holder the main event match of Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Tanahashi would put his certificate on the line against Okada at Destruction in Kobe in September, and Jay White at King of Pro Wrestling in October. Kenny Omega would win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Dominion in June and defend his title against Ishii at Destruction in Hiroshima, and against Cody and Ibushi at King of Pro Wrestling in a three-way. The match was then announced following King of Pro Wrestling. It's going to be quite something to see the ace of New Japan versus the ace of many a Western New Japan fan's heart go one-on-one, and quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Tanahashi with another reign with the title, but at the same time, I don't know where that leaves New Japan's westernization push. There are, of course, rumours, when aren't there rumours circulating around the Dome shows, that Kenny Omega could theoretically be headed to WWE once his contract expires, or maybe he'll leave New Japan to focus on this mysterious All Elite Wrestling we keep hearing so much about, but at the same time, I just can't see him leaving the company. It'd be a really interesting angle to run, that's for sure, you know, like Tanahashi winning, Omega disappearing for a little while and making a glorious return, but they're really pushing for a westernization. They want more Western viewers, and Kenny Omega is that draw. He's the guy. So I just don't see him losing the belt, unfortunately. So that has been our rundown of the Wrestle Kingdom 13 card. Which match are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments below. I've been Sam from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter here. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic. If you like what we do here at Cultaholic, you can check us out on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And don't ever forget to hit subscribe and join us.